Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm so excited and happy to have three wonderful friends and colleagues presenting this evening. We've got Brigitte, who I haven't seen for so long, Brigitte in Germany. I've got Gabriella in Italy and Nicola in Bristol,
Yay.
in the UK. So there we are. We've got an international cast in international locations. So, yep, I'll hand over to you three. I know you've got everything planned. I'm really looking forward to this evening, and I'll just pop the slides up.
Okay. Okay, I can start?
You start,
Yeah,
Gabriella.
Okay, so I'm very pleased to be here with Nicola, with Brigitte, with Cliff, and with all of you to present you with our beloved Advanced Quantum Shiatsu. We will be talking about the quantum shiatsu evolution, which allows us to touch the oneness in the body. So let's have a look. These are Pauline's hands. They are there because they are hers and because they are very, very special and because I love these pictures.
Hey, me too.
And just a few words about Pauline. I could talk for a whole month about her, but anyway, she was more than a teacher. She was a great master. She had an extremely brilliant mind and also a big, big, huge heart. She was passionate in her work. She was curious. She was extremely generous. And she had this talent of seeing beyond time and space. And I must say that she really opened new horizons, new perspectives for those who studied with her and for all shiatsu people. And I'm sure that Nicola, who was the first one who studied with her, want to say a few words about you and Pauline. For me, Pauline was a precious friend and she was my master, and she supported me in becoming more and more familiar with the world of energy, and also she helped me to discover the divine source. So I'm very grateful to her. Okay. To you.
So, Pauline was, there's the extraordinary story of how I first met Pauline at the workshop in Lam Rim, when she whacked me on my back and sent me running down to the pub, and I had to have drinks of red wine. But more recently, doing this this end of my life, doing the new work with her, gave me permission to be a catalyst and not try so hard, which is a lesson that I've been trying to learn all through my life. So she's been a wonderful teacher, a great smack into the world of energy work. I swapped from being a maths teacher to being a shiatsu practitioner, which was a great thing. And yeah, dear friend, just such a generous being. And also, we both love watching films. Who's next?
Yeah,
Brigitte.
I can go on. Yes. Yeah, for me, I even now to see Pauline and listen to you, tears are coming up, and I still feel so connected, and I'm full with so much love and thanks for Pauline's work and the way she was teaching. And I loved very much her very direct and clear way to teach. And it wasn't always easy for me to follow her. I'm a bit slower than Pauline. But from the first workshop, 1990 on, I had the feeling I have to go there. And the first thing she was written on the blackboard there is that we all are made out of stardust. And that has touched my heart and said, yes, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it was just an amazing experience. I spent 20 years traveling sort of all over the place, working very closely and teaching with Pauline, and she obviously apprenticed me. And the thing that really stands out is that she was never satisfied with keeping things the same. Like, so every year we would work and she would come up with some other crazy idea, you know, that completely turned everything upside down. And my role in the workshops, if any of those of you on the webinar came to any of those workshops over Europe, in Europe and America, was basically to try and translate it into something that human, you know, like mortals like us can understand. And that was always a challenge, but it was always so exciting to be, you know, with someone who's always inquiring and, you know, trying to develop things all the time, not satisfied to leave things as they are. So yeah, it's a fantastic experience, and obviously we all miss her very much. And all we can do is just try and keep that vibe going of always exploring and expanding things.
Okay, thank you so much. And we will have the honor and the privilege of celebrating Pauline and her work in an international symposium, actually it's the third one, on the human potential, on touching the oneness in our body. The symposium will be in Berlin at the European Shiatsu Institute. It will take place in June 21st, 25th. And here is the link, and you will find also the link in the email Cliff will send you if you are interested, if you want to know more. And the symposium is open to everybody who wants to develop and evolve in working with energy and in exploring the multidimensionality of energy. Okay, so now we just have our first poll, which is we would like to know how familiar are you with Pauline Sasaki's advanced quantum shiatsu? Very familiar, a little? You don't know anything about it?
I tried to click, but we can't do that.
You can't, no, presenters
Now
can't
we
vote.
can click.
You're not allowed to
Completely
vote.
democratic.
Yeah.
We can't vote.
We are supposed to be very familiar. That's it.
There we are, Luke. We've got about a quarter saying nothing at all, and about another quarter saying very familiar, and about half saying a little. So there we are. You've got a very good audience there.
Perfect.
Okay, so it's a good start. Okay, so let's see, what is quantum shiatsu? I'll be very brief because time is not very much, but we want really to give you the basic philosophy. So quantum shiatsu is a style of body work. It's body work, still body work, although we also work with subtle energy. And so it's a style that recognizes the different manifestations of energy in the human body. So it is a shiatsu that goes beyond the 3 dimensions of our material world to open up to the multi-dimensions of the human being. And what are we? By the way, all these quotes are from Pauline's DVD, The Human Potential. So these are really her words. So what are we? We are spirits. We are beings of light in a human physical form. And as you were talking about stardust, Brigitte, it's a beautiful image. It's a beautiful idea that we are beings of light in a human physical form. So we are complex beings living in a reality of infinite possibilities that resonate far beyond our physical body. And this expanded version of the human being is what Pauline called the energetic body. And it is through the energetic body that we can really discover our full human potential, not only to discover, but to access and to use it. Because in order to be able to access our full spectrum of energy, to access our full potential, we have to be totally present in our physical reality, so in the predominantly contractive manifestation of the energy, but at the same time, we must be in contact with our spiritual reality, So with the predominantly expansive manifestation of our energy, because, and I like this sentence, our spiritual reality has no meaning until it manifests in our physical reality. It can't be just up there, it must be down. And our physical reality cannot change or develop or evolve until it organizes itself in the context of our spiritual reality. So again, we are talking about oneness and unity. And in order to access this, our full human potential, we have to be an energetic body. An energetic body is composed of various levels that vibrate at different speeds. So we are not talking about layers. It's just a gradual expansion that starts from our physical body, and then the frequencies get higher and higher until we reach our astral body, our spiritual body. So let's have a look at the images of these bodies. So we have the material body, which is our physical body, including meridians and chakras, because they have a root in our body. Then we have the personal body, which is very close to the physical body. It's the physical body, but with the expansion coming from meridians and chakras. It still has the shape of the physical body, but we already, the vibrations are more quick. And then we have the ether body. The ether body is a further expansion. The frequency starts to be higher and higher, and it has the shape of an egg. So it has lost completely the shape of our physical body. And then we have the astral body. The astral body is our spiritual body. And this picture is not what Pauline was telling us, because the astral body has no borders. It connects to the infinite. And when we help our clients to reach this level, they really get in contact with the divine source, with their essence, with who they really are. And the ultimate aim of the quantum shiatsu is, again, to help our receivers to reach these astral body vibrations, and then to imprint these very high frequency vibration, these spiritual vibrations, into the physical bodies, so that the qualities that define the spiritual reality, our spiritual connection, like love, compassion, forgiveness, harmony, etc., can manifest in our daily life, can manifest through our body, in our physical reality, in our everyday life, and thus enhancing a process of spiritual healing and growth. And again, we are in the oneness. And again, we have our spiritual reality that has no meaning until it manifests in our physical reality, and our physical reality that cannot evolve unless it's in the context of our spiritual reality. And that's what it really means to touch the oneness in our body, to be connected to the oneness and still be with our feet on earth. And we have the second pole, and then I will have a very short meditation to experience these bodies, not only to see their pictures. So, pole number 2, would you like to learn more about Pauline Sasaki Advanced Quantum Shiatsu? Did we make you curious?
It's a slow poll day, I think. The polls will be registering, but they're not showing up. They'll show up a bit later. Sometimes that happens. There's a bit of a delay.
Okay. Oh,
Here we go.
Wow. Good.
Here we go. Yeah, here they are.
We made you curious. It's great.
There we are, yeah.
Wow. That's great.
We have got 112 people on this webinar as well, by the way, 112. So that's a very good turnout.
Okay, so can you still see me? Yes. You don't have to see me full size. So Are you ready for this experience? So we put our feet on the floor. Our head is going towards the ceiling. And we take 3 deep breaths, and at each exhalation, we release and relax our physical body. So we inhale, exhale, and release and relax. You may close your eyes if you want. And then we get in contact with the energy from the universe, and we invite this marvelous energy to go through the center of our body, just down, 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 until we get in contact with the energy of the earth. We are getting it from the center of the earth and inviting to go through our body to the center of our body. And again, we contact the energy of the universe and invite it to go through our body in the center. And slowly, slowly, with these two energies that slowly are merging together, we create a channel of light that connects us to the center of Earth and to the center of the universe. And we may just take a moment to watch and feel this center, this channel of light, if it has colors, how big it is, and how it moves. Does it move in waves? Does it move in spirals? Just enjoy this connection, this light that connects us to heaven and earth. And then using our breathing or an image or a thought, slowly we invite this light to fill all our physical body. So this light is spreading in all our physical body to its borders. Slowly again, using breathing, using an image, using a thought, until we become a body of light. And again, we enjoy the beauty, the marvelous feeling of being a body of light. And then we don't stop here, we go on. We let this light go beyond the borders of our physical body into our field. And gradually spreading, the frequencies are getting higher and higher. And we go more and more into an expansion. As far as it is pleasant for us, as far as it is comfortable, as far as we enjoy it, as far we enjoy this expansion, this feeling that this is who we are. We can reach the level, the expansion of the astral body, or we can stop whenever we feel that's our limit, where we feel okay, and enjoy again this expansion, feeling that all this space around us is us. And then once we have reached our maximum expansion, without losing it, and always in contact with our channel of light, with our connection with heaven and earth, we bring these fast frequency vibrations into our physical body, into our cells, down into each cell. So this light is in our physical body, and it's also outside in our field. And again, we enjoy for a moment this touching and feeling the oneness into our physical body. Feeling at the same time connected with heaven and earth, in contact with our physical reality, and in contact with our spiritual reality, being one. An energetic body, having the possibility to access our full human potential. Another few moments, and then slowly, slowly, we can open our eyes, but we are still aware that we are an energetic body. Move our bodies that likes to be moved, and come back to where we were. Oops.
Oh, that was so beautiful, Gabriella. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, then I go off stage and leave the.
So over to you, Brigitte.
Yes.
Okay.
I will go on with what Gabriella already prepared, and you can hear that I'm not a good English-speaking person, so it might be a little bit funny from the language. I do my best, and I've help from Iris. She will be the model to demonstrate something, and she might help me also with the language. And you can, yeah. So what Gabriella told us about, that we are both, we are this light, we are this infinite being, this infinite light beyond space and time. And we are this in our physical body, in this three-dimensional area. And so it's both to remember, to be spirit, to be light, and also about bringing this information, all these lights, all this expansion into our body and anchor it there, like Gabriella did it already with us. So we are all prepared for this little session you can see soon. And that's what most of our method Pauline has taught us is about, to remember who we are and to anchor it into our body, into our physical form, into every cell, into the DNA, into our personal life, to live all that in our everyday life. And what I want to show you is about the astral body. And Gabriella showed this egg-shaped astral body with this grid inside. And that is one part of the astral body. That's the part with a very high frequency energy, but close to the physical body, close to the ether body, connected with it, anchored to our physical form. And the other part of the astral body is called the mature light body. So that's close to the source. It has no shape, no form, no time. And so that's what I will show you as one of the methods Pauline has taught us. And then I will anchor all these expansive information, all this energy through a special chakra system into our body. And it's a 13 chakra system. And so the first one is the root chakra area. The second one is above the pubic bone. The third is the navel. The fourth is the solar plexus. The fifth is the heart, the Christ heart. The sixth is the personal heart. Seventh is the throat. 8 is the chin. 9 is the tip of the nose. 10 is the third eye. 11 is here where the hair starts. And 12 is where the seventh chakra is. And make me a little bit smaller. The 13 is about 1 hand length above the head. And when I touch the 13th chakra, I will tune into Metatron's cube. I don't know if you know the form. I hope that, yes, it's there. So this is the form, and maybe afterwards I can show you where it comes from, only a few more pictures. But this form, which is connected to the fruit of life, to the flower of life, Nicola will tell more about that afterwards. That's a very high frequency form and connects our physical form, our personal aspects of life with our divine being, who we are. So that's only one aspect. And when Metatron's cube is present, show up, sometimes it will go somewhere and is active in a way. And so, okay, that's what this little sequence will be about. So I will change my position. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I tune in again into the alignment. Gabriella was leading through it, so that I'm anchored well, expanded, and be present in my physical form and in my formless form. And then when I contact Iris in her light bodies and also the material body, I ask inside, is your material body present? Yes, there's a kind of answer, kind of movement. That is very important. If that's not there, we shouldn't go into that big expansions. And for a moment, I will go into the ether body, this egg shape, and that goes through, in my vision, it goes through her physical form. And it's, yes, now we are more together, connected. And yes, fine, yeah. And there's a step in between. I can anchor this. Look for a meridian which connects all the light bodies, which is able to make the frequency more higher, to have more light. And in my vision, I connect both this ether body light and the light in the body. To show the body to take in this light and at the same time to expand into the light, to make it one. So that's already one aspect of touching oneness. So it's not a whole treatment, only a little bit. So we'll go on. Again, the ether body, this kind of light, this kind of frequency, and it feels very even and soft and shiny, and the border. And then I ask the Earth Star chakra and the Soul Star chakra to anchor this ether body when I'm lighten it up more, speed the energy up more, make it more light in both ways, more easy, more relaxed, more one through all her body, also the backside. And this is this high speed frequency, this very high light within this form, that is one aspect of the astral body. And when I speed up more and turn off in a way this anchoring and go into this grid movement, you could see this kind of grid on the picture. And that's a way you can enter, you can connect to this astral body. And with Iris, it does not work so well when I'm moving too much. Her energy, her being, understand it, what I want. When I do only tiny movements, more inside, yes. And that should go into the direction of infinity. Yes. And then I anchor this wonderful quality into these chakras first, second, third. And I asking for Metatron's cube to show up, to move. And for me, it's a shift in the alignment, myself, my position to Iris, and as if her energy is more straight now, more powerful. For me, she looks much stronger now. So it's not necessary to move the hands, but I'm not so good in seeing these light forms. My hands are better, seeing through my eyes, my hands are better to feel and translate it into other perceptions. Yeah, and I'm just witnessing what's going on. Yeah. Okay. Then I bring these 13 chakras again together as one. And everything into all the bodies, connecting all the bodies, anchor it in the DNA, and also anchor it through the touch, the physical touch. Just for a moment. I'm holding a wonderful energy and the feet. Feeling both her expansion and also this kind of expansion which is in the body. Expansion means that there's a space, but what is space in that area? And also touching her in her physical being here on earth. Kannst ruhig noch liegen bleiben. Yeah. Thank you very much. That was this little demonstration of an aspect of Pauline's work.
Thank you so much. There's lots of thank yous on the chat. It's great to see it working. I've never seen the cue put in so clearly as you did it. That's really great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for being a wonderful model as well.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Iris.
Thank you.
Oh,
Could we ask her? Could we ask Iris before she goes? Could we ask her what she felt? If anything particular at certain times in the session. Just always interesting to hear what the receiver feels.
Well, part of my consciousness, part of me was conscious. Yeah, I just have to get back into this.
Yeah, sorry, back into the physical form, right?
It was kind of hard because I knew I was being observed. So part of me was always aware on the there's a camera. But what did I feel? I felt more limitless, and it's just each time. I think it is so important that there is the physical gridding as well, because I can feel, or my energy system can feel everything that she's doing off body, but it really feels activated when she's doing the on body gridding. So that it's like
that's so interesting.
it's like then. Like my cells are learning how to deal with this kind of higher energy. So so I'm it's a bit of a pity that she just did one leg, because this feels a lot more. So I could, and when she did the Metatron's cube, it was such a strong force. I felt so like, okay, let's go. It was a strong alignment, and yes. So I can second that what Brigitte said, and again the gridding afterwards is like, in German we have this term called it's the cream on the cake. I don't know the. What to say, right? It's like the topping.
Absolutely, yeah. Fantastic.
the icing on the cake. We say.
The icing on the cake.
Yeah, it's like the icing on the cake. It's like the little thing that makes it more complete.
Fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. It's really useful. Really, very useful to hear. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So,
and someone in the chat said it was like playing the piano. That's such a good example, because it's like the vibrations coming through.
Yeah, it is like
the Metatron's cube was amazing.
In a way, it is like music.
There's a question for you actually right here. Look,
going more through.
from Sue.
Yeah.
When you were anchoring the treatment on the physical body, did you use a specific meridian or was it free form?
Mainly I did a specific meridian. So I picked up a large intestine in the beginning.
Okay.
And I transformed, I used the triple heater on the leg. On the arm, I did the large intestine. And then for the gridding on the belly and on the chest area, that was without meridians. It's more to anchor
Right,
it
okay.
in.
Yeah, because I saw you doing the Hara diagnosis, the etheric Hara diagnosis. Yeah, so I figured you did. Okay, cool. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so next up, is it Nicola?
Yes. Can we have the slides back?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Oops.
There we go.
Good. So we've been talking about touching the oneness and the astral body, and one of the things that has come up for me is using the flower of life as a way into the astral. So back to Gabriella's grid, we had Gabriella's slides, we had the square grid in the egg shape, which is what Pauline originally taught, and it is from her DVD. But Pauline also taught us about the flower of life. And as several of us have mentioned, really, it's the oneness. So, as they say in the Tao Te Ching, the true Tao, the true oneness cannot be named. And everyone here has their own way of doing it. I'm absolutely sure all of you have a way of touching the oneness. Otherwise, you wouldn't be on a webinar like this. You can do it by looking at the sunset. You can do it in your meditation practice. You can do it with Qigong. You can do it receiving shiatsu. I've just been at the portal next to the oneness. I've just been with a friend who, he's my sort of age, which is always a bit scary because you think, oh, we're only here on this earth as a holiday in this 3D form. But there's another part of us which is connected to the oneness all the time. And even Einstein talked about this. They had very science words. They called it the block universe. But the block universe means the oneness, means everything, all things, all time. And that's really what we want to get in touch with and bring it back to the body. That's the trick for us as practitioners. So the way I do it is I use the flower of life. And I like this image here because it's not the sort of mathematical flower of life. But let's just go through this. So what I do is I sort of think of this unbounded flower of life. The classic one that's in all the shops is the bounded one. We'll come to that in a minute. So it starts with the fruit of life. And one of the things that Pauline taught us to do at the beginning of the treatment was to take the fruit of life and to open it and to open it again. So that's like one of the lines on, I'm gesturing at my screen. You can't see what I'm doing. One of the lines, there's sort of 6 lines of circles in the fruit of life. Start in the very middle, open, open again, and open again. And you have 5 balls of energy, 5 lights, and then you do it in 2 diagonals. And hopefully by then it's sort of shooting off and being its own sacred geometry. And we can do it over our client. I threw that in. I wanted a woman in the circle as well, but Leonardo is not such a bad artist. Hey, and this is one that I did, and I put in the sort of colors of the rainbow. This is one of my etchings. I'll show you another etching that I've had here, sort of beaming down on us. That is what I'm going to take you through in a meditation in a moment. Oh, maybe I should. Can we take the slides off for a moment? So you can see a bit more of this. Woo, this way. So that's the flower of life, but just with lines. And that sort of getting close to what I'm thinking about. And then, as both Gabriella and Brigitte said, it just goes off in every direction. Let me check the time. Yes, we've got a few minutes. So what I'm going to suggest we do is have a treatment for all of us. You just need to meditate or relax or sit down or lie down, whatever you feel like. Cliff, can you put that last slide back up? The coloured flower of life. Great, thank you. So I'm going to stand up because it's easier for me, but I suggest you relax as much as you can. You're going to start in your imagination, standing in a circle. Ooh, can I stand up? Here we go. Just imagine you're standing or lying or sitting in your bubble. And all of you can do this. You wouldn't be on this webinar if you couldn't. So just maybe have a wriggle, maybe have a yawn, have a shimmy and a shake. And think of your favorite way of touching the oneness. I'll tell you my real favorite way. I like this sacred geometry, but my absolute favorite way is just standing under a tree and looking at nature and seeing what flies by or what plants are growing. Looking at the sunrise. Or just standing in your bubble of beautiful light or lying in a ball of beautiful light. And let's just let that unfold. So something below your middle unfolding into more light. Something below you even further, deeper connected to the earth, connecting to the light of the earth. And then something unfolding slightly above you, connecting to the light of heaven. And I'm going to use the word heaven because I'm a Qigong teacher. Connecting to heaven, a great power, the light of the universe, whatever word you want to put in there. And then something above that, connecting again to the light. And I can already feel that some of you've got some of this. Feel your hara, your belly, your wholeness, and more light opening. So that gesture of Pauline, we had at the very beginning, her hands holding that light. Open the fruit of life. Let's go off in 2 diagonals. Open the fruit of life out to your sides. Open the fruit of light out to your other sides. If that makes any sense at all. And starting to have the unbounded connection to the whole universe, out in every direction. And we just use these sort of images of sacred geometry or the grid or just connecting to the astral body and to everything, using the words that work for you, connecting to the Tao, the oneness, God, Goddess. You can be scientific, you can be part of the block universe, the whole, everything and all time, all past, all future, all now. I like Eckhart Tolle's, being part of the infinite now. Beautiful. Something happening. So not so hard. I've got a sense at least some of you are here connecting to the oneness. And even on the recording, you wouldn't be watching this if you couldn't do it in your own ways. And now, the thing that Pauline tried to do every session, every treatment, every time she taught us, to bring that essence, the same as Brigitte just said, that essence of the oneness into every cell. And we'll follow her guidance, we'll bring it into our midline. So whatever way you want to do that, let's start with the hara. There's a shiatsu world here. Bring it into your belly, a big ball of light. Be a huge, abundant Buddha. And drawing the oneness into the cells in your core. Drawing the oneness, the radiant sunrise, the light of heaven, into your upper body. Drawing the oneness into your mind. Let your mind be wide, connected to everything, all your memories, all your future, all before you existed, all after you will exist. Be connected to the oneness. Drawing that into your midline, your chakras. 13's a bit of a big number. Just those chakras in the center. And you'll drop it. Of course, we all just drop it. I just felt my feet on the floor. And then just open again. Open to the infinite everything. Open to your astral body. Open to the pure light of everything. And allow that to come in. Into you. Breathe that in. And then as you gently and easily drop any sort of meditative practice, I really recommend rub your hands together. Bring that into your skin, inside your skin. Rub your hands together, backs of the hands, fronts of the hands, between the fingers. Feel every single cell, every particle of your being, every space between all the cells, in the middle of the cells, every quark of your being. All that energy coming inside you. Maybe rub your face. It's quite good to touch your own skin, to bring the light from the oneness, the bright lights, into your heart, into your being, into your core. Oh, and Cliff wanted us to have some time for questions. So take another deep breath. Bring that in. Back from the oneness into our 3D reality. Tech is a good way to get grounded, isn't it? Yeah.
Did you want to go through any of the other slides, Nicola?
I think Brigitte, you can speak too. We'll just go through. These are your slides now, I think.
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just say this is sort of what I was talking about. The fruit of life right on the right of the screen makes the flower of life on the left of the screen. Over to you, Brigitte. Next slide.
Yes, the one before, Cliff. There must be, yes. When you then, from the fruit of life, these balls which are only touching the others, make straight lines from every middle point, every center to all the other middle points. Then Metatron's cube is coming out. That's the left one. And we had, before I started to demonstrate, this form without the circles, without the fruit of life. And when you tune into this form of Metatron's cube, there are the cube, the tetrahedron, I don't know the English. Tetrahedron, yes. And all the other forms, the next three. There's the octahedron and the
dodecahedron. We love that.
And they all come out of the same joining up of all the circles kind of thing.
Yes,
yeah.
So
and
you can use it, Metatron's cube, you can use it to let your gaze be very open, and then sometimes one of the forms comes up and sometimes the other. That's one thing you can go with it. But it's also, yes, there's the whole world is in it in a way. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Oh, we can't hear you. You need to turn off your. Yeah, we can't hear you, Gabriella.
Well, she's muted.
Yeah. So.
Okay, there have been a few questions. I managed to answer them in the background because there were a few questions about other whether there are other sources of information about Pauline's work. And I did answer. I said that we have actually got quite a few webinars that you've done, Nicola and Gabriella, particularly in the past. They're all on New Energy Work. So if you want to check in, a lot of them are in the free area as well.
No, it's
there
not
isn't any-
available.
There's the DVD.
I
and I'm
checked
not sure if the
with
DVD is still
Diego.
available. Is it still available?
He
do you know?
tried with the family of Pauline's husband who died, and they are not releasing the rights, so he cannot have it. They are not interested in having it reprinted. So it's a pity. It's really a shame. He tried hard, but he couldn't make it. So he wanted to have it on internet, that you could just buy it, and the money to go to the Zendo, to this Buddhist monastery where Pauline was teaching, but he didn't make it. So for the time being, it's not possible.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
we don't say it on internet.
You have to find someone who's got a
Anyway.
copy and borrow it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way,
great. So that, we've just got a few minutes left. I just thought I'd share the link with the Berlin Symposium. I'll just share it now. So if you want to check that out and open it in another browser or something, don't forget to come back to us for the last 2 minutes.
yeah, I just wanted to. No, it's okay.
I just wanted to just round off by just saying I'm sure it'd be amazing to be able to see all of you working in person. It'll be a great event, I'm absolutely sure. And yes, thank you so much for sharing all this work, and so great to see Brigitte working. It's the first time ever on New Energy Work, I'd just like to say.
Well, yeah.
You did some work for us, I think, way back. I think it might have been 2012, the first ISCO. I think I remember you doing something for us, but it was a long time ago.
About fear and energy.
It's the first time you've ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. And so this is definitely the first time, and I hope it's not going to be the last time. It'd be great to have you back again. And
thank you
do some
to
more
you,
stuff with
Peter.
us. So there we are.
Thank you very much
for organizing
this
webinar.
Cliff. Yes.
You're most welcome. It's great to have such a lovely turnout, over 100 people. That's really great. So it's just, we've got 1 minute left to put a heart in the chat. So that's a traditional thing. If you enjoyed the webinar, please put a heart in the chat by clicking on it. I've just put mine in there. And yeah, thank you so much to everyone who's showed up. Sue said she loved Brigitte's treatment.
Brilliant.
And Elaine said, thank you for this reminder of Pauline's work.
Yeah, it was really,
So
really
there we
great
go.
to have the 13 chakras. I don't think we
Yeah, I've never seen the
done that for
13
ages.
chakras. I've actually got one question. We've got 1 minute. Could you just, how does the 13 chakras fit in with the soul star and the earth star? Do they count as the 13?
The
No,
first
another
one
thing.
is
So there's 15 then.
and the last one is there. They are in the pranic tube as the others, but the distances on the body's surface is the same distance like between the eyes, and it's a system coming from
I see.
Egypt, and so
All right.
there's a lot of background, but it's not necessary. It works. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you put this, so there actually are 15 if you add in the, because I thought that
There are much
13th one,
more.
it should, it needs to be a bit higher to be the soul star. That's what I thought, so.
Pauline also got us doing a 19 chakra
She
one at
was
one point. But
they
of
were
course,
they're
that meant
infinite
21.
chakras.
Of course, we all know there's an
Yes.
infinite number of chakras. And on
Yeah.
that note, I just want to say thank you so much. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yeah.
And lovely. I hope to get you on soon. And next week we've got Cindy Engels.
Thank
So watch
you.
out for the email
Bye.
for that. That's going to be another really interesting webinar, I'm sure. So okay, good night everyone, and goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you.